everyone. I actually feel so nervous about making this video, and it shouldn't even be a nerve-wracking thing. You might be able to tell by the title what I'm going to talk to you about today. It's not going to be one of my normal happy videos. I just want to make this video to spread awareness, even if I have 10 people watch this video and 2 of them don't know about this. So basically, I want to talk about a condition. The reason why I want to do it today is because September is actually the awareness month for it. So today I'm going to talk about PCOS, polycystic ovaries syndrome, which you might be thinking, what on earth is that? Some people may have heard of it, some people may have not, and it's absolutely fine if you've not. I'm looking over here, by the way, because I've got my laptop over here because I've made notes, just because I don't want to get any information wrong or anything like that. And I've just wrote my personal experience down in a little bullet point so I can basically talk about it. So polycystic ovaries syndrome is basically a condition that affects women and affects your ovaries and how they work. So ovaries is basically, I'm sure you know what ovaries is, but basically, obviously, to have periods and to have babies and stuff, obviously your ovaries release an egg. So yeah, so basically most women don't even realise that they've got PCOS, and 1 in 10 women in the UK are actually affected by it, which I find is absolutely insane. That is such a high number. And I just happen to be one of them. I'm basically going to expose myself, but for the good. So I have PCOS. The conditions are that, well, I'll talk to you about the symptoms. This is going to be such a messy video, oh my goodness. Basically, I'm going to talk to you about the symptoms that anyone can get in PCOS. Then I'll talk about my symptoms, and then I'll talk about how I was diagnosed with it and everything. So your symptoms with PCOS can be that it is easy to put on weight and difficult to lose it. High levels of male hormones in your body, which means stuff like excess body hair in places that you didn't even realise you could get body hair. Irregular periods, or maybe even no periods at all. Fluid-filled sacs, which is, they've put it in brackets, follicles, around and on your ovaries. And then you've got oily skin and acne. I mean, hello. And then obviously fertility issues. So for me, I find it really easy to put on weight and really difficult to lose it. I am actually currently on Weight Watchers, which I joined. It's coming up to 3 weeks now, and I've currently lost 2 pounds. So, yay me. High level of male hormones in my body, definitely. You may have seen this in my videos. I know that I've seen it, watching it back, and I'm thinking, oh my God, do I post this? But I'm just going to be completely honest, I can grow a beard. You may be thinking, what? You can grow a beard? Yes, not a full-on beard. I don't know, I might be able to actually, because I've never let it get to that point. But I am able to grow, you can see it here. I shaved my chin last night, right? And already you can see a shadow there and here. These are my main 2 areas on my face where I get my hair. And basically here is where I've got hair follicles that's basically the exact same as what a man would have. So I am able to grow facial hair. Oh, if you're wondering what this is, it is a spot that I've picked. Oops. But yeah, so I am able to grow hair here and it's really thick, it's really dark, and honestly, it makes me feel so unfeminine. It is unreal. I have literally cried about this and about this for years. Literally years. Like, the first time I noticed these two were getting like quite bad was when I was in college, and I didn't know what it was, because I've always been able to grow. It's not as bad as it was, but I've always been able to grow like a mustache sort of thing, like peach fuzz. It's not been a mustache as bad as what men can grow, but you are able to see it. And when I was in, I think it was in year 7 or 8, when I was in high school, I remember sitting at a table in the dining room, and we had some of the older boys sat opposite us, and they called me Mustache Girl. And I got that upset. I remember leaving my dinner in the hall on the table, and I just ran out, and I went into the bathroom and I started crying. And that was then when I realised, and obviously I told my mum what had happened, that was when I started having my top lip waxed, because you can get that, because it is a normal thing to have. I have also had my chin, well, to be honest, I've had my whole face waxed pretty much. I've like had up to here and down to here waxed before. I don't get it done now just because you have to let it grow. And for me, with how quick this grows and this grows, it's basically impossible for me to let it grow, because it is really, really noticeable. And back in college, I used to use Veet, the hair removal cream, but because of how sensitive my skin was, because I was on some acne medication, it used to burn my chin, which you don't feel it burning until you take it off, and then you're like, oh, my face is really red. But I used to go college with 2 massive patches of red, I wouldn't say it's oozy, but red skin that was constantly wet because it was burnt, and it was just mental. I would rather go to college with a burnt face than what I would do with a beard. It's crazy. So how I first got diagnosed with it. So I came on my period when I was 12. I think I was 12. I've forgotten how old I was now. But yeah, I think I was 12. And my period never, ever regulated itself. There'd be some months when I would have a period each month, but then I went like 2 months without having a period, and then I would have a period for like another 3 months, like regular. And then it got to a point when I was in college, it was just after my GCSEs, and I'd realised that I'd not had a period in 4 months. And obviously I didn't realise at the time, but I had PCOS. So I actually went, it's really bad. I went to my teacher that did like the health and social part of it, like the sex education, because you still have to have that in college. And I said to her, well, she was doing these like check-ins, like if you're okay, talk about your worries, that sort of thing. And I thought to myself, do I tell her that I've not had a period in 4 months, or do I just keep it secret? Because it was building up and up and up inside me. It was killing me, and I knew that I wasn't pregnant because I hadn't had sex. So I was like, what is wrong with me? So I got to the table and I said to her, I'm really worried. I've not had a period in 4 months. And obviously, being a teenage girl, the first thing she thought of was, oh my goodness, one of my students is pregnant. And you could tell on her face that that's exactly what she was thinking, because her face literally went like that. And then that's when I said to her, I'm not pregnant because I'm a virgin. She was like, right, okay, so you need to go to the doctors, which is what I did. The very next day, when I tried to call the doctors, I actually came on my period, because I have realised that when my period stops, it means that I am stressed. That is another one of the symptoms. I notice that when I don't get a period, that pretty much means that I'm stressed out. And a lot of the time, it is a circle. It's like a vicious circle. It's a loop, because a lot of the time, I'm stressed out that I'm not going to get my period, which then stops me from getting my period. So I called the doctors anyway. I just said I need a checkup. I've got really irregular cycle and I need to sort it out. So they booked me in. I had blood tests, even though I really didn't want to. I will literally do anything to avoid having a blood test. And they couldn't find anything. They said that the test results had came back absolutely fine and there was nothing to worry about. But because my mum, she was seeing what I was going through, she also has PCOS. She was like, no, that's not right. You need to retest. So they did. They still couldn't find anything. So my mum obviously told me to go in and say, I want different tests run on me. And they booked me in for an ultrasound, basically. So when you're pregnant, you obviously get your 12-week scan, you get your 20-week scan, you get whatever scan. I don't know if it's changed or what, but last time I knew, that was what you got. I had to book it in, basically, with college and said, I've got an appointment at this time. I need to leave college at this time and I'll be back when it's done. And me and my grandma went together. Like, my grandma's an actual babe, and if you're watching this, I love you. I had to drink 2 litres. The reason why I said 6 is because I had 6 glasses. I had to drink 2 litres of water before I went for this ultrasound so that my bladder was full. Oh my goodness, that was the worst thing ever. And they did the ultrasound. And while she was doing my ultrasound, because of my excess body hair, I do actually get a little bit of hair on my belly, which I do shave it, but because it's so fast growing, she could see that I'd shaved the area, and she said, oh, you do have hair on your belly, which is one of the symptoms of this condition, hence why you're in here being tested. And I said, yeah, and I was really embarrassed because she'd pointed it out. Obviously, she pointed it out for good reasons, so that she could see that I did have other symptoms, but it was really embarrassing for someone to point out that I'd got this symptom. So I had the ultrasound and she said, you have got what they call cysts. It's not an actual cyst. It is a fluid-filled sac, basically, that is basically growing in on your ovaries. She said, you have got the cysts, so you do have this condition. And that was the last I heard. I then got put on the pill, which I first went on the Dianet. It was really good. I got along with it for absolutely years. And then I got pulled into the doctors for my checkup because I needed more of the pill, and they have to do your blood pressure. They have to check it basically on a regular basis to make sure that it's still safe for you to be on it. And she said, I want to change your pill because the pill that you're on is really, really strong and it can lead to more health conditions like blood clots and stuff like that. So I was like, right, okay. Sort of scared me a bit. I was like, just do what you gotta do. So she then put me on the Femidine, which I was on for about a year. And then I decided to come off of the Femidine pill because I was getting headaches, like literally near enough every day I was suffering with these headaches. I had to call in sick to work, which when you call in sick to work for a headache, honestly, I felt absolutely terrible for doing that, because a lot of people with headaches, it's as easy as taking some paracetamol and getting on with it. But these headaches would not go unless I slept them off. And even sometimes I would still wake up and have the headache. I don't know whether I'm describing a migraine. I'm not really sure. But yeah, so the headaches were absolutely insane. I was starting to be really hormonal, but not in a good way. I didn't want anyone to touch me. And it did affect my relationship with Dom, my boyfriend, because I didn't want to do anything and I didn't want to show him any affection. And I'm not really an affectionate person anyway, but the pill made it 1,000 times worse. So me and Dom spoke about it and he said, why don't you come off the pill and see what happens? Which I was a bit hesitant at first, because I was like, well, I'm on my pill so that I can regulate my period and because of my PCOS and everything. And he said, well, it's completely up to you, but I'll support you with whatever you decide. So I did decide to come off the pill, completely. I didn't go on a different one or anything. I've still not told my doctors that I'm not on my pill anymore, but I think they've sort of guessed that because I have missed almost a year of not being on the pill now. I think it is. That's gone really quick. So I came off the pill, and I have noticed that the body hair is getting a lot worse than what it was, which I have bought myself where's the box? So I bought myself this, which is an IPL hair removal instrument, whatever you want to call it. And it's said to do it for once a week, for 12 weeks. And it did not work for me. I'm going to be completely honest. It did not work. So that went out of the window. I am now currently shaving my face every day, which is not brilliant because then this happens. I don't know whether this is just from the mask or from shaving my face. I don't know, but it's not good. So I do need to go back to the doctors. I do want to go back to the doctors. You know, when you just put something off for that long, and yeah, I do need to go back to get my levels rechecked again. That's just because I want to, not because it's like a routine thing. And I do need to sort it out because it is literally affecting my life. I have so much anxiety, not even over, well, I do have anxiety over the condition because obviously it affects my life in a lot more ways than what people think. One of them being able to have a family. Me and Dom are obviously hoping in the future to have children. But my big worry in my head, which I think about near enough every day, is whether or not I'll even be able to conceive. And if I do that, whether I'll be able to even carry a baby full term. It is one of the big worries that I have in my head most days, especially if I see a child around, on the street and stuff like that. Because I work in a shop now, I see children a lot more. Obviously, I was working in a nursery before that, which is I thought about it every day. I've recently had a new niece, and my brother was like, go on, have a baby, then we'll have them the same age. Obviously, I'm not ready personally to have a baby just yet, but when it comes to that time, I am so worried that I won't be able to give Dom a baby, and it is terrifying to me because people break up because of this reason. And obviously me and Dom are like really, really strong, and he supports me with my condition, and I couldn't thank him enough for it. Literally, I've cried on his shoulder and whatever, and he still told me, "You're beautiful," and everything. I don't want to get emotional. I can feel myself getting emotional though. But one of my main worries is not being able to have a baby. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. I'm happy that I have my YouTube channel now, because I will be able to video everything that happens. I want to be that YouTube channel that in like 5 years' time, I can be doing a pregnancy update or a pregnancy reveal and a gender reveal and all that sort of stuff. That is literally my dreams. That is like my goals. I want to be able to do that sort of stuff. I just hope that some stupid fluid-filled sacs don't stop me from doing that. But we'll have to see, I guess. There's only really one way to find out, but I don't want to find out too soon. But another one of my anxieties is obviously my body hair. I don't just get it on my chin. It is all the way down here. It's on my neck. I get it on my belly. I get it on my back. I get it on my bum. Literally, whatever place you could imagine hair, it's there, basically. It's a lot of shaving, but it's got to be done. I am hoping to get laser hair removal. I know it is really expensive, and I've not gone to a certain place and had quotes, which is what I need to do. But Dom said to me, he's made it known to me, that if I do get laser removal, which I think it's looking that way, that that's what we're going to do, he's going to pay half of it, which he doesn't need to do that, but he will do that to make me happy. And it's just crazy what people will do for people that they love. Oh my gosh. Ooh. And yeah, so wow, I didn't think I'd actually get emotional doing this video, but here we go. So hopefully I am able to give him a baby, hopefully 4 like he wants, and hopefully I will be able to have the laser hair removal like I want to. Oh, I didn't think I'd cry, to be honest. I thought that I was gonna wait until the camera stopped rolling, but here we go. Oh. So this is the reality of having a condition that you basically can't control. I mean, you can control it. There is medications out there that I guess I just haven't been introduced to yet, other than the pill, which affected me in a more negative way than what it did a positive. But there you go. But me and Dom, Dom is literally just amazing with it all. He will tell me if I do need to shave my face, which is every day, basically. I shave my face every day, and it's the worst thing because it just makes you feel so unfeminine and everything else. It's just crazy. But it's just something that I've got to do. I've been doing it for years now. It's just something that I'm used to doing. And even when you do shave it, you can't hide it. So, yeah. I just hate waking up in the morning and having to think, oh, I need to shave my face. Oh, I need to do this. It's the worst thing ever. I know there's worse things going on in the world. Obviously, we've got coronavirus, we've got the Black Lives Matters, we've got Save the Children. There's a lot of things going on. It's just hard to deal with on a daily basis, especially when it's on your face. Yeah. And I have been called names for it, not by anyone online or anything, but people do notice it and I can't even hide it. So hopefully, sooner or later, I'll be able to get the laser hair removal, which would be amazing. I know it's expensive, but I am literally willing to pay any amount of price in order for, like, to get rid of it, to help my confidence levels. And it will help my anxiety massively as well, I think. Because my anxiety has got worse and worse and worse over the years. Yay! This is such a happy video. I'm sorry that this has been it's been a bit of a mess of a video. And if you're wanting to come on here to have a laugh with me, you've probably not today, which to me actually is quite sad, because one of my aims in life is to make people happy and to make people laugh. And a lot of the reason why I do YouTube is to make people laugh. Like, I'm just my normal self on here, and I try in my videos, even if people don't laugh, I try and make people laugh anyway. I'm probably rubbish at it, but you know, God loves a trier. So I am really sorry if you've came to this video thinking, oh, she's uploaded again, let's have a laugh with her. And that's not been the case. I mean, you may have laughed at one point, but I can't imagine this being a very funny video. So I do apologise about that. I just really wanted to do this video just to show that even if people have got a smile on their face, everyone, no matter how big or small their problem is, everyone is going through something, and no matter how well they hide it, or even if they don't, like, it's just crazy that everyone goes through something, whether it's hidden or not, and no matter how big the smile is on their face, it can be tough. It can be really tough. If you have PCOS or something like that, you probably can relate to what I'm going through right now. If not, then hopefully you guys can support me with what I'm going through. Or if you know someone who's going through this sort of thing, maybe you can sort of understand a bit more what they're going through and be able to support them. But yeah, there's not really a lot else I can say now without blabbing on and on. I am, if I do go through with the whole laser hair removal, I will do a video on it. I don't know whether I'll do like a one video thing, or whether it will be like an ongoing mention in a video. I'm not quite sure, but I will do a video on it because it is my life. This is life with Sim, and it is part of my life. So I'll make sure to do that. So if any of you are interested in knowing more about that, then make sure obviously you subscribe so that you don't miss out on that. But yeah, that's all I can really say. Like, my experiences, the struggles, everything else, you know. If the symptoms that I've said about having PCOS sounds familiar to you, please don't be scared about it, because it can be scary, but please don't be scared. I can't even talk now. Please don't be scared about it to the point where you can't sleep at night. Yeah, please don't be scared about it to the point where you can't sleep at night until it's stressing you out or anything like that. Just go to a doctor, tell them exactly what is wrong, like what your symptoms are and everything. You could even have one symptom out of all of these. You don't have to have them all. You could have them all. Like, looking at the list I've got in front of me, I do have all of them. But yeah, just go to a doctor, get checked up, and even if you've not got it, it will put you at that peace of mind. But yeah, so I hope that this has raised awareness of PCOS. Hopefully this video has helped someone, or inspired someone, or, you know, whatever. But yeah, I'm going to stop blabbing on now. I really hope, I'm not going to say hope you enjoyed this video, because I don't know whether it's very enjoyable or not. But I hope you found this video helpful. If you have PCOS even, and you think that you've got some advice that might help me or for other people maybe reading the comments, make sure you comment below your experiences, and if you've got any advice or anything, or if someone you know has PCOS even, you know, anything that you think will help someone out, just comment below. Make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel, because I will be posting more about this, obviously with my laser hair removal. I keep going to say laser surgery, but that's not that's not right. I'm not getting my eyes done. I wouldn't dare do that. But yeah, I will make sure to post more about this, and yeah, raise more awareness. So yeah, make sure you subscribe. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you've managed to get through it all, props to you. I mean, I've been a blubbering mess between half of the video, so I really do appreciate it. But I'm gonna go now because I just keep blabbing on. But make sure you subscribe, give me a big thumbs well, talking too quick now. Make sure you subscribe, give me a big thumbs up if you liked this video, and yeah, I'll see you in my next one. Bye everyone.